In this video, we will learn about pipeline. Pipeline sequentially applies a list of transforms and a final estimator. With pipeline, you can easily apply standardization, grid search, and fit the model in a very clean way. You do not need to write separate standardization steps and model fit. You can do all this at one place, that is in the pipeline itself. We will import some libraries to create a pipeline and develop a machine learning model. Let's import pandas SPD from sklearn.pipeline. Import pipeline from sklearn.decomposition. Import PCA from sklearn.tree. Import decision tree classifier from sklearn.preprocessing. Import standard scaler from sklearn.ensemble. Import random forest classifier from sklearn.linear model. Import logistic regression from sklearn.model selection. Import train test split. We will use pandas to load our data frame. Then we will use pipeline to create a pipeline. We will use PCA to apply PCA on our data frame. We will use decision tree classifier, random forest classifier, and logistic regression to develop machine learning model. We will use standard scaler to standardize our data set, and we will use train test split to split our data set into training and test. I'll make one variable df and I will save my data frame in this variable df. From pandas, I will use the method read underscore csv and I will pass my dataset name, which is iris.csv. Let's look at the top 5 rows of a data frame df. We will use the method head. These are the top 5 rows of a data frame df, and the data frame contains sepal length, sepal width, petal width, and class. Class is a target variable, which is a dependent variable which we need to classify. And the other variables such as sepal length, sepal width, petal width are features or independent variables. Let's also look at the bottom 5 rows of a data frame. We will use the method tail. These are the bottom 5 rows of a data frame df. We will make x and y. In x we will have all the independent variables, that is the features, and in y we will have dependent variable, that is class. X, I will say df.iloc. I want all rows and I want from sepal length to petal width. So indexes are 0 to 4, and in y I just want class variable, so I will type df.loc. I want all the rows, and to get the last column we just have to type -1. Let's look at x dot head. So x contains sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. These are the independent variables, and y contains class. So we have setosa, and our variable class contains Virginica setosa and one more category. Now I'm going to split this dataset into train and test. I'll make variables xtrain, xtest, ytrain, ytest. I will use the function train test split, and I'll pass x and y, and I will pass on parameter test underscore size. My test data will contains zero point 0.3, that is 30% for testing and 70% for building the model. I'll pass one variable parameter random state, that is going to be 50. First we are going to build logistic regression. I'll type here logistic regression. I'll make one variable pipeline underscore log. Then I will call class pipeline, and now inside this we will pass everything, that is our standardization process, that is standard scalar, and then our algorithm logistic regression in this case. So first I will type standard scalar. Scalar is equal to standard scalar, and then our algorithm logistic regression. We have defined our standardization, that is standard scalar, and we have also defined our algorithm logistic regression here. Now let's run this. So we have created a pipeline. Let's print pipeline.log. This pipeline contains standard scalar and the regression model, which is the logistic regression. Now I'm going to fit this. So I will write pipeline log.fit, and I'm going to fit this on X train and Y train. So fitting is done. Now we will calculate the accuracy on X test and Y test. So we will write pipeline dot log dot score X test and Y test. So in the output you can see that we got an accuracy of 97% on our test data. This is the benefit of using pipeline. When you use pipeline, you can apply all the transformation inside your pipeline. That is, we have applied standard scalar as well as the logistic regression algorithm inside this pipeline. Otherwise, we would have to apply the standard scalar separately and logistic regression separately. So this is the benefit. That's why people use pipeline while developing machine learning model. We can also develop pipeline for decision tree and random forest. Now I'll make for decision tree. We will just copy this from here. We'll copy this code. We will paste it here. And instead of logistic regression, I will put here decision tree classifier. Now let's run. Let's print our pipeline. So I'll make this dt instead of log. I'll run this again. In the output you can see that we have applied standard scalar, and this time our classifier is decision tree classifier. I'll also change the name from here. So I'll make it decision tree. Now you will see scalar is standard scalar and the algorithm is decision tree classifier. Now we can fit this. So we will just copy this code from here and paste it here. Instead of log, I will type dt because for decision tree we have defined pipeline underscore dt. We have fit it on our X train and Y train. Now we will calculate the accuracy. We will say pipeline underscore dt dot score X test and Y test. So we got the accuracy of 95% for our decision tree classifier. We can also do for random forest. I'll copy this code from here. I'll paste it here. Now this is going to be for random forest. So I'll type random forest here. Instead of dt, I will type rf. And here I will say random forest. And we will use here random forest classifier. random forest classifier. Let's print our pipeline RF. So here you can see that in the pipeline we have standard scalar and the algorithm is random forest. Now we are going to fit this on our X train and Y train. So we will say pipeline underscore RF dot fit on X train and Y train. We have fitted our algorithm on X train and Y train. Now let's calculate the accuracy. So we will type pipeline underscore RF dot score. We will pass X test and Y test. So for random forest, we got the accuracy of 95%. This is how you can apply pipeline on different algorithms. We have seen here for logistic regression, then we have applied it on decision tree, then we have applied it on random forest. We can also put one more step in this PCA. So what I will do, I'll just copy this code from here, paste it here, and now in the pipeline I will add one more step, which is PCA. I will say PCA, then PCA, and we have one parameter n underscore components. So we have four independent variables. You can see here, these are the four independent variables, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are going to convert this into 2. So I will pass 2 here. And now let's run our code. Let's print pipeline underscore log. In the output, you can see that now we have standard scalar. We have also applied principal component analysis, and then we have applied our logistic regression algorithms. So in the pipeline, you can define as many steps as you want. Now let's fit this. We will say pipeline underscore log dot fit, and we are going to fit on X train and Y train. So we have fitted it on our X train and Y train. Now let's calculate the accuracy. We will say pipeline dot log dot score. We want to calculate the accuracy on X test and Y test. Y test. So after applying the PCA, we got the accuracy of 0.88, which is 88%. But before applying, without applying the PCA, our accuracy for logistic regression was 97%. So after applying PCA, we see no improvement in the model. So we will not prefer to apply PCA. We will develop our model without applying PCA. So in this tutorial, you have seen how we can apply different features transformation in pipeline. First, we have applied just standard scalar and the algorithm, and then next we have defined standard scalar, principal component analysis, and the algorithm logistic regression. So this is how you can use pipeline to develop your machine learning model, and this will make your code very clean, and it will be very easy for you to develop multiple machine learning models. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.